Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we are, as you've seen on the video, doing our team of the season, and then we're going on to our flop team of the season of, a team of players. We'll get to that in a second, but starting off with the team of the season, starting off with the best 11 players of the season. We're going to start lower down the table than you expect with our goalkeeper, who is going in net here. It's Pickford. I think he did a really good year. He's helped Everton be where they are, helped them survive early despite having -8 points. They've still managed to have a nice season, survive and get away with it, and Pickford's been a massive part of that. So yeah, he gets into the team of the season straight away. And at right back we're going with Pedro Porro, someone who's been in all of my team of the seasons when I've done them early. Pedro Porro's been in it all year. He's been class all year. Definitely gets into the team. It's not an argument. People might go, but why should he get into the team? No, Pedro Porro has been outstanding this year for Spurs and a massive part of the way, and has been playing both defensively and attacking. So Porro gets into the team, and alongside him we're going to see Van Dijk, who has, he's shown his older self. He didn't have a good season last year. Well, he's had a good season, but he didn't have a great season. He's had a great season this year though. They've been, he had different partners all year. He's had Matip for a bit, he had Kanate, he had Kwanzaa, and he's just done well with them all. And as you'd expect for Van Dijk, and he's had a good season, so he gets into the team. And alongside him at centre back is Saliba, and that is obvious. He's a Rolls Royce for Arsenal. He clears up at the back week in, week out without a worry. He's got no worry for him at the back there for Arsenal. And then at left back we have gone with Robinson. I did think about Gvardiol, but I think Gvardiol had a bad start to the season, and Robinson's been better consistently over the whole season. Gvardiol's ending the season very well right now, but Robinson's been good all season. And that comes into who's in DM as well, because we've got Rodri. That's our first City player. It's having City or Arsenal winning this league now. I'm so far with 6 players on the team sheet. We've only got 1 from each team. It shows, the Premier League might not be as boring as you think, or maybe I'm just very biased against both of them teams. But Rodri has to get into this team. There's no question about it. And I'm speaking about, there's not been enough City and Arsenal players into this team. So in the midfield, you got them joining them: Bernardo Silva and Declan Rice. You might argue Odegaard should get in there, but over Bernardo Silva, no. And I think Rice has been a change in the way Arsenal have been playing. He's been a massive help for Arsenal being on this title challenge push. When he failed last year, Rice helped him push on this year, and then Bernardo Silva has missed a consistent for Manchester City. It's a team that just gives it their all week in, week out, and Bernardo Silva is the epitome of that, of giving his all week in, week out, and doing it with style too. And then on to right wing, and it has to be Bukayo Saka. People might argue, where's Cole Palmer? Cole Palmer's done this, yeah, but Bukayo Saka's done it to a better level and is in a better place with his team. So Bukayo Saka gets into the team, and then up front we've got Ollie Watkins. It's still got to be Ollie Watkins. People might go, but Haaland's a top goal scorer. I don't care. Watkins has been unbelievable for Villa all year, and a massive part of why Villa are where they are in the table right now. Gonna try and get that Champions League spot. And then in the left wing we're going with Phil Foden, someone who's had an incredible year. He's tipped for player of the season, and for good reason as well, for very good reasons. So yeah, Phil Foden on that left wing, and I feel like that is a team you can't argue with. If you want to argue with me, you can do it in the comments, and I will give you facts and receipts and points as to why this is the best 11. And it's a mixed 11 as well, which I quite like. But let's get on to the main bit, because everyone's doing team of the season. It's team of the season time. Everyone's talking about who's in their team of the season, but not many people talking about who is in their flops of the season. This is the big one. This is the one where people are going to argue with who, like, I don't think he's had that bad of a year, but I do. I think they've had a terrible year, and that's why we're going to talk about them. And the first one is goalkeeper, and there's a few that I could have picked here. I could have picked Turner from Forest. I could have picked Flecken from Brentford. I could have picked Vlachodimos from Forest. I could have picked, there's loads, but I had to go with James Trafford. There was so much hype around him. People were like, he had a good Euros, he's going to do mint, he's going to be in the England team and all that, and I think he's been terrible, and I've been pushed out of the team by Anton Muric for good reason as well. Muric made 2 mistakes coming into the team, and he kept his place because Trafford was dreadful. Trafford was so bad. It was unbelievable. It took him that long to get out of the team, but he's finally out of the team now. Burnley fans can breathe a bit, because he might do well in the Championship. The Championship might do him well to improve as a player, but he was not ready for the Premier League, I tell you that now. And then at right back, with Ashley Young, someone who I feel like they're just past it now. I feel like he is just past it. Every time I've watched him this season, it's been mistake after mistake after mistake, and he's got away with it somehow, but he has been making mistakes left, right and centre. And you can see he is just going to try and be a pundit now. He's past it as a footballer. I don't think, when his contract runs up this summer, I think that's it for him. I'd be surprised if anyone does go for him. Maybe Watford might go for him, but no, I can't see many teams wanting an Ashley Young in the team right now. And then we're going to go on to our centre-backs, and we're going to talk about Lewis Dunk, someone who people big up all the time. Oh, Dunk's meant at passing. Well, do you know what? He should be meant at defending. He's been ripped apart a bit too many times this season, and that's why Brighton have struggled. And I get there've been a lot of injuries, but when the players aren't getting injured, you need consistency. You need that consistent spine, and then the rest of it can transform around that. Gross is good in the midfield. They've got a good rotation and attack. Pedro obviously up front, and I feel like Dunk's just kind of let him down defensive wise on trying to be a bit of a spine, and he's crumbled at the coccyx. And alongside him has to be Ahmed Hodzic. I think he is a good player. He's a good player in there. I can see there's a good player in there for him, but there's a lot of hype of increment with Sheffield is like he was the main guy. He was the main guy that was in Sheffield's defence, doing the dirty work, and he just didn't do it enough for me this season. I could have put any of the Sheffield United defenders in here, but I've picked on him because there was a bit more hype around Ahmed Hodzic than there was anyone else, and that's what it is. You're a flop. It's not just about having a bad season. It's about the hype around you, and as a footballer, it's a mixture of things. And that's why at left back we've gone with Emerson Royale, someone who he is a right back. Yes, he is a right back. He's been poor position this season, but when he's played at left back, he's been dreadful. He's been caught out way too many times, and he's just not been good enough. So he definitely isn't to this team. It was hard to pick a left back. There's a few that I could have picked, but Emerson Royale, once again, like Ashley Young, I could have put them either way around. They've both been terrible. Both been terrible on both sides. So yeah, that is the defence. And then in CDM, we're wearing a United shirt for this one, so I bet you can know who's this going to be. It's going to be Casemiro, someone who's like Ashley Young. He's just past it. There's too many mistakes. He's too slow now. It's gone. It's over. It was a nice dream, but it's done. It's finished. It's done. Right, just go Saudi. Go Saudi. I'll take 40 mil from you from a Saudi club. Cheers. Almiron, someone who had a really good season last year and has just not lived up to it this season. He's been vanished. He's vanishing point. He's gone. He's done. He's finished. He is out the door at Newcastle, I can imagine, very soon. And alongside them in the midfield, I've gone with Caicedo. You cannot spend over 100 mil on a player and then not light up the world. I could talk about Enzo Fernandez here as well. Enzo Fernandez could have easily partnered him in this midfield here, but I want to talk about Caicedo because he was the one with the load of hype. And I just, for a player that played 40 games in the Premier League, that's dreadful, Chelsea. It's dreadful business, and I'm glad it failed for you. He's looked all right towards the end of the season, but that start of the season, dreadful, and he gets into the flop of the season team. And then on the right, we have got Sterling, someone who's been even worse. He's been the reason Chelsea have been so crap, because in the attack, it's him on the end of it, and he can't finish his dinner. So, Chelsea fans, burn him. Just drag him out of the club. Just get him out of the club because you don't need him anymore. He's just not good enough. And then we're going to go with Ivan Toney up front. Someone who people are going, oh, Brentford are going to struggle about him. Brentford are going to do really bad about him. Brentford have done worse since he came back into the team. He's got 4 goals in 15 games since coming back. That's awful. That is awful. For the hype around Toney, that is dreadful. There's loads of clubs going, oh, I want Ivan Toney in my team. I think I look at that record and go, get away. Get away. I don't care what I know you can do. You've done crap this year. I know you've been out for a few months, but it's not stopped you from training. It's not stopped you keeping up the momentum coming into the team. Ivan Toney, mate, that was shocking of a season so far that you've had. Unless you get some goals in the end of the week and make it look better, but it looked 4 goals in 15 games. It's shocking. It is shocking. It's been 11 games now without a goal for him, and yeah, that's awful. So he got 4 in his first 4, and people are like, oh yeah, Ivan Toney's back now, Brentford are back now. No, Ivan Toney's not back. He's betting again. And then on the left wing, it has to be Rashford. It has to be. He had such a good year last year, and it's just disappeared this year. And it's like, what are you doing? I personally think he's playing with an injury. It happened 2 years ago when he was trying to get in, or 3 years ago when he was trying to get into the Euros squad for Euro 2021. And he was crap all year, and then it comes out, oh, he's playing with an injury, and it was like, right, but why are you playing with an injury? Just don't play with an injury. That would be nice, get get fixed and you can play better, because he had a massive shoulder injury and it was slowing him down, it was making him, you know, less confident, and it's just like, get fixed. Alright, forget about your international career for now, because you keep on playing bad, you won't have an international career, and you know, you've only got what, I'd say 3-4 tournaments left in your Rashford, so I'd get your shoulder fixed, and then it's just like, right, sorted, I'm ready to play at my peak again. But yeah, that is the end of this video now, guys. Let me know in the comments what you disagree with, let me know what you agree with, let me know who makes it into your flop team of the season. But yeah, that's the end of the video now, guys. I do thank you for watching. If you like the video, please leave a like. You want to see more, subscribe, because once again, there is more on this channel every single day. So thank you for watching, guys, and hopefully I will see you next time. Cheers.